Hey, thanks for stopping by the channel. Appreciate it. My name's Casey Thren, self-proclaimed deer wizard. Just out here on some client's property looking at a job. Just wanted to make note of this barbed wire fence that both property owners have the barbed wire fence. Looks like the other guy's taking care of his better than this guy. This guy probably just doesn't care. But you can see all the deer tracks crossing right here. Kind of a funnel from this field, top of the hill. Be a great spot for an ambush site on top of the hill or one of these trees around here. So just wanted to make note of that. Big trees need to be cut. But I'm looking at I'll show you what I'm looking at while I get over here. Owner had the conservation district come in, and I'm not quite sure. I haven't read the whole plan yet for what they are deciding to do. I think they're trying to get rid of the less desirable species to encourage the desirable species to grow. And like, here's a tree here marked. There's a bunch of marked with pink paint that we're gonna cut. We're just gonna cut and drop them, basically. I'm going to take a walk around here, see how kind of big this area is, kind of get a count of how many there is, and how long I think it's going to take to actually do it. There's some beech, ironwood. Looks like I don't see any maple really. That's an old ash there. Yeah, no maple. So that's what they're trying to get rid of, and I'm just learning more details about this as we go. Really taking a risk here walking on this or driving. This is a dead-end road, and I got the Trailblazer. If this gets much softer, we might have to see what the Trailblazer can do to get out of here. But this is a hard time of year to get in the woods and work, just because you don't know. It's a little inconsistent because you don't know what the weather is going to do. But usually I have my truck. I don't know. I think the truck would have made it. I'm a little bit more comfortable driving it. Trailblazer hasn't got its feet wet yet, so to speak. Here's a little difference between, well, conservation district foresters and conservation district workers, the county workers and foresters, even private foresters, versus a deer consultant, deer wizard guy like me. This little chunk of woods right here is along a beaver dam, that opening back there. And we got these pink trees marked ironwood, beech, cherry. Now, they're not desirable species at all for anything. We're just going to come in and cut them off. That's what they want to do. There's some nice oak in here. Some oak that is too close, and maple. What I would do, obviously cut all that stuff off, but I would be leaving only a couple oak in this is probably an acre. I would only leave a couple oak in here, the best couple, two. Right here's like, see, there's a maple right here, this big maple. All that deer food is up there. That does not need to be there, and it's not worth anything. It's cut, it's damaged on the bottom. It's got a knot right there with less than 8 feet up, and it's just firewood or pallet wood. Now, you can get some money for it, but not very much. But anyway, in through here, you can make it either this a bedding. Of course, it's kind of access. So I'd make my access on the back side of this and completely turn this into a tornado zone. And I see a blind right over there, which is probably a good spot. You can steer deer and guide deer over on this side. Plant a food plot like right in here if you wanted to. Don't have to. It's going to be a natural funnel. And just kind of make this so you can't see through it. And that's the difference between forester and deer consultant. And, there's nothing bad either way. But when you are out on your property and foresters, you almost need everybody there. so the forester can work with the deer guy and consultant with the conservation district. Conservation district is there to help you with your taxes and stuff like that. It's very expensive owning this property. So that's why they want them to do this. And I know the plan why they want them to do this. But we want deer improvement and other wildlife species. So that's what we're going to do. I am going to say jackpot on this property. See this creek or drain or whatever it may be? This is where all the big bucks are going to travel. This, with the topography this has, we're in a great big bowl right now. If this is cleaned out, now they got trees laying in it that needs to be cleaned out. There needs to be a runway cleaned out of trees. The trees alongside of it hinged down, and this is where the bucks are going to run for the most part. They're going to run up, they can run down. You can add some food plots to enhance them out of this ditch area, but this is it. I got goosies for this. It winds around. You can't really, camera does not do it justice, but they got down trees in this. They either cut them down there or whatever. Think of the conservation district, how in the heck they're going to let that happen, but whatever. And it goes all the way through the edge of this property. This is it. You set up on this sucker, put a trail camera on it, watch them flow through here. This is their travel corridor. Okay, another jackpot. This is a bigger creek, runoff, river. I don't know what it's called. It is on the map, but this is probably a 100-yard drop straight down. Now the property, the corner of this is on the property. He's got a blind right up here, obviously, because he's overlooking this creek here. They are going to run probably down it, probably not in it. It's a little too big to be in it. But this parallels this other one. And they are running, also deer are running the top of this ridge right here. You can see old tracks. And it goes, see if I don't get you dizzy here, it goes up that hill there. But you can hear that. This is beautiful and peaceful, I'll tell you that. I could spend a lot more time here. So far they haven't destroyed the property yet. They come in and select cut. Looks like some oak. I think they did an okay job with it. They left the tops and stuff probably for wildlife. But there's a lot of maple in here that does not need to be here. Unless they are running syrup or whatever. I don't know. But there's a lot of maple in here that don't need to be here. And they could regenerate and get the deer steering through here. This is like 39 acres. You could really make that turn huntable, double that. You could make it 100 acres. Here's a good tip if you're looking at buying property. There's an old shack right here behind me. We're on the very tippy top of this ridge. There's a wallow down there with water in it. There is a creek down here, dang near river. And this old blind here says a lot. It's here for a reason. And this blind can almost see both ridges. Be tough to kind of get in here and hunt it, but that's what you can manipulate with some fencing, with some trees and stuff like that. But these old blinds are an indication of something, and it's an indication of deer. And the deer topography don't change, but you can manipulate to get these deer in front of you. We're running to a little popple now. Couple regular deer beds here. Probably doe. A good indication is if you look in the bed, you can see they're bedding in this, and there is sticks and stuff in it. Little stuff. But it's facing south, so the sun is right there. It's a nice place to warm up. Over here along the side of this hill, you can see behind me there's some open spots where there's snow. Probably gets nice and sunny and warm right here. I don't see any urine or poop, scat in these beds. So it's a good indication that it's does. Here is the crossing. Now, if you just was watching up on top of the hill there, it goes up. Down here is a nice creek. There's a creek bottom here. It's about a 100-foot drop. Pretty much straight. I mean, it was steep. Deer don't take that neither, but they take the side of this hill right here and get up to this section. And the other wallow is over there. It's a great pinch point up here. There's that blind behind me. But again, it's difficult to get to. But I'm kind of, there's the end of the property. Right there where that ribbon is. And that's a good, with that wallow down here, you can see it's all, right there is all, it needs to be cleaned out. I don't know why they cut it and left it and dropped it in there. That's wondering, it baffles me. Okay, this is flat, so that's a hill up over there. This is that wallow and that debris in it. They cut the trees and dropped in it. Now, deer want structure like that. But that is a travel corridor that needs to stay a travel corridor. Now, you could guide them around it and in it. They want that structure, but they want that structure up here. They can live in it, they can hide in it, and there'll be food growing in it. So I'm not quite sure, again, why that they left a mess like that, but maybe I'll get an answer. If I do, I'll share it. Right behind me is what I believe to be a lone buck bed. I don't see any other beds around here, which is a good indication that this guy is alone. There's some pretty fresh tracks coming in and out of it. But I don't see no deer poop in it, but that doesn't mean anything. Let me show you the view from inside this bed. Okay, I am in the bed. It's a pretty good sized bed. Let me show you the view. So this is overlooking that wallow. Over there is where those doe beds are some doe beds. He's downwind. He can see that blind right over there. Right there. He can see a long ways. Look at the structure. Some little trees that he's hiding in here. Look at this way. There's a blind right there. Can't really see it very well. Some structure. And that's a 360 view of a buck bed. Another bed here. I don't know if it's a buck or doe bed, but it's underneath this nice hemlock. There's a tree stand in that hemlock. Looks like the brush was manipulated around that to ambush deer out of. There's that bed there. Hemlock here, tree stand. There's a blind over there. Sorry, I won't get you dizzy. There's a blind within 100 yards there. There's a blind right up on top of that hill 100 yards. I mean, they have this place surrounded. Obviously, deer spend a lot of time here. Why? They're living here. You want to go see somebody at their house, you go to their house to see them, because that's where they're at most of the time. And the only problem with it, I think, is the deer want to come in here and live. They can't. They are really heavily guarded. Lots of scatter around here. Good deer travel corridor. Yeah, this is a doe area here. Looks like there's a critter up there. Probably a porcupine or something. Final thoughts of the property. It's a little, it has got everything you need to produce quality bucks. The topography is a lot. It's very challenging, topography. Once you figure out how to hunt the topography and get your winds correct, you'll be consistently shooting quality bucks out of this property. You have to really watch your thermals, really watch your scent control. You'll have to not go in so deep in the beginning of the season. You have to probably I hate to say utilize trail cameras, but you may have to just utilize trail cameras down in those wallows and get their patterns. Stay out of the bedding area. Now, a lot of the tracks led right to this gate. There's a way to block this off, and you could utilize some fencing in there. The tree work needs a lot of tree work. There's no high quality food to speak of yet. So that's my final thoughts on the property. Thanks for joining me today. Please like and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. And I'm going to put a link there. I got either a PayPal link or a Venmo link. If you could be so kind to donate $1, or $5, I don't know. I'd be forever grateful to you. I could keep bringing out better content and more content. Right now, I can't go out of my way to create content. I have to just kind of do it on the fly. If I made a little bit of income, I could put that towards better content and get that out to you so you could learn from it and not make mistakes that I make every day. Thanks for watching. God bless you. God bless our troops. God bless the USA, the greatest country still in the world. Check out the affiliate sponsors and see you next time. Okay. Time to see what the old Trailblazer can do. That's my trek out. Snow's getting soft, getting a little warm today. We're gonna cowboy up, see what Tom Brady can do. The old Trailblazer Deer Wizard Edition. Okay, 4-wheel drive, and we're going to back up just a little, get up momentum, going just a little. Don't get stuck back there. Okay, here we go. Stay in the same tracks. If I get out of the tracks, we'll be hurting. If I get over this hill, we're good. Look at that. Thanks for coming along, y'all. We out.